Where the hell are we going to start with this episode?
Sorry about that. My mom had me need to get some insurance info. She's planning on buying a new car for the holidays.
But before we begin with the MegaMets podcast, we need to talk about how bad our teams are. Save for the Giants, because I'm going to admit one thing. I thought the brick wall was going to stop them. I was proven wrong.
True. Having said that, I'm going to start off with the Mets. How does Carlos Mendoza bungle away a season? Oh, wait. June 13th onward, constant, nonstop, erratic pitcher gambling.
The collapse on the Mets was just embarrassing. Dude, how do you collapse like that?
Simple. You have a manager who's an erratic, gambling lunatic.
Jesus Christ, and I thought it would have been much worse. No wonder they didn't even make the playoffs. They didn't even try.
Again, Mendoza stabbing the team in the back with his gambling addiction led to betrayal. And they decided to just phone it in, telling him, fuck you. But Stearns is the one who's going to keep Mendoza around for the last year of that fucking contract next season. Yeah. Mendoza knows he's under the gun and he cannot afford any more bullpen gambling next season.
Honestly, they should have just fired his ass, because
I'll be on him to cut through him like a hot knife through fucking butter.
Oh, dear. That's going to get ugly fast. Anyway, speaking of which, I'm going to talk about the Yankees. What the hell was that? How do you guys lose to Toronto? I mean, here's the honest truth. You guys should have been swept. You should have been flat out swept against Toronto, despite the fact you did your damnedest against Boston. But it don't mean shit when you're up against a better team. You deliver, yet you fail. You absolutely fail. And as a Yankees fan, I am very, very upset about that.
Still want to fire Boone?
Yeah. I believe it's time for the Yankees management to be cleaned out. We need a clean house. We need to, blow it up. Fire everyone. Get some people that can actually make a good team. Because, I mean, we have a lot of top-tier talent. Whether it be Aaron Boone and others. I mean, wait, no. What was it? What was that guy? That guy that had 62 last season.
That was Judge.
Yeah, Judge. We got Judge. We need to get some good players.
Not last year. He only had 58 last year.
Hey, at least he did his best. I'm not going to complain on that.
True.
I'm not going to complain on that. He was great. It's just that everything else, the management, is a complete mess.
True. And then there's the Jets.
Oh, the Jets?
Aaron Glenn was said to be a savior, but he is shown to be the reason why you don't hire first-year coaches that are former coordinators. It rarely works.
It just doesn't. Sorry, I was eating. It doesn't work.
Or seldom works.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, one of the lone exceptions to the rules that we can use as an example is Lions head coach Danny Campbell.
That's to be expected. Jesus Christ. I don't even have the right words. I mean, all our New York teams just flat out suck this year.
Let's just hope the Knicks prove to be more of a benefit.
Knicks would rather be a bit tolerable, all things considered.
Having said that, let's get going with our MegaMets podcast, Pro Wrestling Noah Wrestle Dynasty 2025, which occurs tomorrow morning from Ryogoku Sumo.
Yep, and this is an unexpected because tomorrow is the show and we got to make our predictions now before who knows what the hell can go down. And let's not forget, tomorrow we're also going to be doing Bound for Glory. How many episodes are we in now? Because we're very close to 200.
We're close to 130 by my calculation.
Looks like we have a long way to go to reach the big 200. So who's going to start this off?
I started off last time. You start off this time.
I'll go first. First up, on the bottom. And something to note is that these matches may change due to injuries. Because wrestling is not just a sport. It's like a profession. Because anything can happen. Sure. Anyway, we get started with a one-on-one match. Junta Miyawaki versus Kai Fujimura.
These two know each other from their days as young Sems, which is basically the young Noah equivalent of a young lion.
Mm-hmm.
Fujimura stayed while Miyawaki went on excursion. I'm going to give this to Miyawaki.
I'm probably going to give it to Fujimura. because I know very little about it, so I'm just gonna pick and choose.
Next up, it's a tag match between All Rebellion and the Passionate Ratels. For All Rebellion, Haruto and Galeno, the GHC National Champion, against the Ratels, Manubu Soya and Yuto Kikuchi.
Mm-hmm. Not to mention that, Yohei and Inaba are absent and Saxon is overseas.
True.
Which means that Seiya and Kikuchi have their work cut out for them.
Yep. Galeno, fresh off his most recent GHC national title defense against Jack Morris. I don't know who recently challenged him. I'll have to go back and watch the October 4th show. To double check.
Yeah.
But Galeno is really trying to hold the fort down for All Rebellion, for better or worse. I'm going to give this to, but however that said, I say I give it to the Ratels, so at the very least, Soya can get a rematch for the national title.
I'm probably going to give it to the Ratels because they need at least a bit of boost. They need a bit of a leverage.
Yeah, especially after how badly Soya performed, both Soya and Inaba performed during the N1 victory.
I got to wonder if that was a bit embarrassing.
That's for sure.
All right, so next up, this one's a little bit fun. A special one. Noah versus WWE/NXT. Jack Morris and Ulka Sasaki will face off against from WWE/NXT Charlie Dempsey and Harlem Lewis.
For Dempsey, this is part of his kayfabe story angle where that now the no quarter catch crew of NXT is down to just him and Ren Sinclair, who he views too much of a happy-go-lucky bonezo where he wants serious individuals, but his over-seriousness drove away both Miles Bourne and Tavion Heights.
Yeah.
He now turns to Harlem Lewis to be that serious anchor. Can they get the job done against Sasaki and Morris? I really don't know. I mean, details on the working relationship, when you think about between the WWE and Pro Wrestling Noah, are rather vague at best.
Vague, and it's a little bit worrying.
I do know last year there was a bit of a talent exchange, Omos going to Noah and Inamura coming to NXT, but Inamura's excursion ended recently, so he's back in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Having said that, I am going to say I'm going to give the win to Dempsey and Lewis.
I'm probably going to do the same as well. Might be something interesting.
Next up, it's a tag match. Takashi Sugiura of Team 2000X teams with, shockingly enough, a guy who's normally seen in Dragon Gate, Shun Skywalker, to take on Tetsuya Endo and Hayata of the Passionate Ratels. Granted, I don't know if Endo joined the Ratels recently. I don't know if Shun joined Team 2000X recently. Ozawa is in the corner of the former squad. I'm just going to give it to Sugi and Shun.
Yep.
Which way are you going?
I'm probably going to be picking Sugiura and his team. But it's a 2-on-2 because Ozawa's in their corner. Makes sense. All right, now we move on for the GHC Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championship. The champions, Dragon Bane and Alpha Wolf, in their 5th title defense against the challengers Daga and Daiki Odajima, who left Team 2000X.
Well, Daga left Team 2000X, and it's the same setup as Jack Morris. I mean, why can't New Japan do this with the House of Torture that Noah's doing with Team 2000X?
I don't know. It's like they don't want to pull the trigger on the House of Torture, and that's a
members
problem.
Of the group, members of Team 2000X, either succumbing to injury, going on excursion like with Owada-san, or basically in the cases of Jack getting excommunicated after too many screw-ups like Jack Morris, or in Daga's case, just getting fed up with cheap returns after cheap returns and shortcut after shortcut, mostly from Yoshitatsu sticking his nose where it doesn't need to be.
That's true.
And throw in the beatdowns, the post-match beatdown on Odashima being the last straw that drove Daga into leaving Team 2000X. X at the N1 victory final.
Yeah.
But do I say this newly minted tag team comes away with the tag titles? No. I'm giving this to Los Scopadores.
Well, I'm probably also going to do the same, have them retain.
Next up, a special single. Oh, God, I'm going to love this one. Old Ironhead, Kazuyuki Fujita, battles from DDT and a former Noah regular, who is a former GHC heavyweight tag champ and former GHC world heavyweight champ, the current DDT universal champion, the King, Minoru Suzuki.
This will be an absolutely fun one.
Two men who are known for their grappling, two men who have a bit of a mixed martial arts background, two men who have been to the highest peaks in Noah. Suzuki during that time when in the mid 2010s when Suzuki-gun invaded Pro Wrestling Noah, and from the spring up until December of that year, basically to varying points in the fall and winter of that year, basically held all the GHC gold.
Yeah. You have Fujita, you have unrivaled strength, while Suzuki has rampaged in rings all over the world. This is going to be one for the ages.
Technical precision and brutal sadism from Suzuki.
Are we going to bring the coin flip for this one? Because this one, it's hard to decide who's going to win this one.
And of course,
because no matter how you look at it, you're going to have a hell of a match.
And one could argue Fujita's brief reign with the GHC heavyweight title was kind of tainted by the 2022 era of Japanese wrestling with the COVID pandemic.
Yikes.
And then he had to vacate it because he tested positive for the virus. In any case, if it's heads, Fujita, tails, Suzuki.
When you're ready.
Ready.
Flip.
Heads.
I'm picking Fujita, but I'm not going to lie. Whoever wins this is going to be a hell of a show.
To hell with the coin in this case. Suzuki Ichiban.
You went with Suzuki. I'm picking Fujita. No matter who wins this is going to be one of the best matches of the show, hands down. Now we go from a special singles to a special tag match. Oh boy. Hiroshi Tanahashi, who's set to retire next year, is taking part in this match. He teams up with Kaito Kiyomiya against Narumichi Marufuji and the Fist King KENOH.
Break out the tissue box. From what I've heard, this will be Tanahashi's last match in Pro Wrestling Noah.
This is gonna be good.
And it's going to be a tearjerker no matter how it plays out.
Jesus Christ. I can't decide who's going to win this one. I just can't, because you got like four of the best guys so far, and you're going to like sell it out in minutes.
Two of the best from the generations where Japanese wrestling was starting to climb out of its doldrums in the 2000s and into the 2010s with Marufuji and Tanahashi. Teaming up with two of the best in Noah, in KENOH and Kiyomiya, respectively, in the current era of Pro Wrestling Noah.
Yep.
From the 2010s to today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give this to Tanahashi and Kiyomiya.
As am I. I'm sorry, Fist King. But this is one match I want Tanahashi to win.
Next up, for the GHC Junior Heavyweight Championship. In his second defense, as for one reason or another, the Destruction in Kobe match got changed between Takahashi and Ishimori, got changed to a GHC Junior Championship match. Hiromu Takahashi will defend against Eita. It's only been a month since Hiromu's been holding the GHC Heavyweight Championship, and it feels like a hostage crisis if you're someone who's spent his entire life watching wrestling from aboard the Ark.
Yeah.
Having said that, Eita has not been a long-time loyalist to the Ark. He actually started in the Dragon Gate promotion.
Yep.
But he is a former holder of the Global Honor Crown Junior Heavyweight Championship. Does he get it back for Noah? I don't know. I mean, does it really make sense to make Hiromu a transitional champion? Most people would say no, but since the title does not belong to New Japan, you could argue yes.
Yeah.
On that, I guess I'll take Eita to save the title.
I'd figure you end up picking that one. I'm picking Takahashi for him to retain. Though, if anything, I think Eita will win it. And now it comes to this, the main event for Wrestle Odyssey 2025. This will be Kenta's second title defense. He will face off against the challenger, Masaki Tamiya,
who won the N1 victory this year.
Yeah.
Much to my disgust, especially with the bullshit of constant Team 2000 interference.
Why does it gotta happen at the worst time? Honestly.
I mean, I get it with why it went that way. Basically, a way to punt for the group to punish Jack Morris for the screw-ups and to further solidify he's never been one of us from the get-go. Fine. I get that. However, the fan base in Noah will be screaming at Yoshitatsu, Tadasuke, Ozawa, and other Sugiura, and any other members of Team 2000X that are still around. Wakane, Wakane, Wakane. You know what that means?
Yes.
No, you don't.
Oh, wait, I don't. Sorry.
Basically, it translates to go the fuck home. Leave. Go away.
Oh, my God.
Because back when Suzuki Gun came back in 2017 to New Japan, during Taichi matches, they would initially start chanting, Taichi Wakane. Go home, Taichi.
Yeah.
And then those Wakane chants transferred over to the House of Torture.
Uh-huh.
And if the Team 2000X attempt to get involved, I'd be telling them go the fuck home too. Hell, I'd even jump the barricade, steal Ozawa's crutch, hit him in the balls with it, and then take a taser gun and fry Yoshitatsu with it.
Yeah, that's a bit extreme.
Well, let's just say heel factions in Japanese wrestling burn my ball sack more than the American ones.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think after the disastrous reign of Ozawa, Noah would be stupid enough to put the belt on another Team 2000X member? I am praying no. I am giving Kenta this to walk in and out of Ryogoku, still the GHC heavyweight champion. And for those wondering, this will not be available immediately on Wrestle Universe. This is available on Abema, on the Abema app. You have to be platform, which means you got to pay for it if you can get around the US VPN blockage.
Of course. I'm picking Kenta as well.
This will be put up on Wrestle Universe at a later date, however. That said, that's it for tonight's episode of the MegaMets. We'll be back tomorrow night for our predictions of TNA Bound for Glory. I'll be back on in about 45 minutes. I got to do Game 5 of the ALDS between the Detroit Tigers and the Seattle Mariners.
I only hope the Mariners don't get punched in the dick. But knowing them, most likely will.
They've always punched their fan base in the dick.
It's not any better.
Comment, like, share, and subscribe to the Hardcore Sports Network, my channel, and the ABSN, even though this will not be on the latter. He's Mega Man and G. I'm Mets228. Goodbye, and good fucking night. We'll see you tomorrow. Bang.
Bang. See you tomorrow for Bound for Glory.
Likewise.